Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
Back there's Tucker.
Yep, that's me.
And we're in something special. What is this?
BMW.
Our first ever family review in a BMW. This is, of course, the new and updated 2024 BMW X2. It is grown in size, it's changed in design, and in this video we're going to tell you if this compact luxury crossover fits our family of three. Stay tuned. All right, Holly, our first ever BMW family review, and a vehicle that will mean a lot to the brand moving forward because it more or less is replacing the X4 in the lineup because it's grown in size. We've sampled a lot of the competition from Genesis, from Audi, but we're going to stick to our normal formula. We'll start outside, we'll come inside, and then we'll see how you like driving it. What are your thoughts on the exterior look of the X2?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Care to elaborate?
I don't know. All week I've been looking at it, trying to decide if I like it, if I like the look of the outside. I'll start with the things I do like.
Okay.
Which is the color, obviously.
We had a car practically this color. Our entire house is painted this color inside.
But I do like the black accents that they've added to it, like the two-toned
mirrors,
rear view mirrors, and there's a few other little black accents along the car that I like. I think where I get hung up is I'm like, it's not, the design isn't sporty enough to look like a sporty SUV.
Okay.
And it's not SUV enough to look like a regular SUV. It's kind of like a mix, but not in a way that works for me.
Interesting.
What do you think?
I too am not quite sure. I don't know that I'm sold on any BMW styling currently. It's a brand with a very iconic design history, and I feel like they're wandering all over the place currently. That being said,
that's what this car feels like, the design.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like I like this one. I like that they're taking a little bit of risks outside of what we've seen in their other models. I like that it doesn't have the beaver tail front grills, but I don't know either myself. The back end, it's got a Sportback lift back. It's an SUV coupe, but it also kind of looks like it's got an overbite back there. I feel like the rear bumper is too far. I don't know. I don't know.
It's hard to put your finger on exactly what didn't work in the design.
But there's just something, that doesn't speak to us personally.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
so
subjective. Design is subjective.
I really like the door handles. I know it's a really weird thing, but they're flush. You reach in and they pivot out.
Yeah, I like that they're flush, but they're not the ones that pop out.
Right. Because
to me, the pop out handles, I'm like, that's just something that's going to break.
Yeah. They're a more traditional handle in that sense. There's no, like, it doesn't move for you to be able to open it.
Right.
Like, if that makes sense.
Like that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's clean. It's new looking. It's modern.
It's different looking.
It's different. It's
differently different.
And it's the only one in Tyler, Texas right now that I know of. I have not seen nary another one of these on the entire road since we've had this. So
that is true. That's
easy
true.
to spot us in this town of over 100,000.
True.
Moving inside, what are your thoughts in here?
I really like the design on the inside.
Okay.
And it does feel like a sports car. I mean, the design feels like a sports car on the inside. Starting with this beautiful, beautiful fat steering wheel.
I knew you would like the steering wheel because I really like the steering wheel.
I really like the steering wheel.
Nice.
But I also like the use of the different textures, and it's not fake texture. It's like actual texture. I really like on the dashboard that it's not different colors, but it's a different texture down here, and that makes it interesting. And then you've got this that's actually textured right here.
Kind of sounds like, is it plastic? Is it metal? I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell, but the fact that
I know what it is.
The fact that we're struggling.
I know what it is.
What is it?
Plastic and metal.
Probably.
From the mouth of our 6-year-old. But yes,
And then
pretty
you
cool
got
design.
some like chrome accents. Looking, I mean, chrome color, I guess.
I will say, I don't know your experience, but I feel like some of it's been a little creaky for me. Like, it's not doing it now, of course, because cameras are rolling, but this door handle pull has been a little creaky, but right now it's fine. So maybe I'm imagining things.
I think you're imagining things.
But
I mean, maybe you're just stronger than you realize, hon.
I wish.
I have not noticed creaks, but I am not usually one to notice the creaks. Unless it's real bad. If I notice it, it's real bad.
Yeah. You know what there isn't a lot of in here that you dislike?
Storage?
Oh.
No,
I hadn't moved on to that part.
Okay.
Black plastic.
Yeah.
Shiny black plastic. There's just
not,
this
I do like
here and this here,
Mm-hmm.
but not a lot of shiny black plastic in here.
Yeah. And I appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe cars are moving away from that.
I sure hope so. It is not my favorite. I get it looks great when it's clean for the half a second that it's actually clean, but yeah. Lots of interior ambient lighting in here.
Yeah.
Underneath the screen, on the doors, around here.
Got a head-up display.
Here. Very nice head-up display, customizable.
Two-person memory seats.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Fully digital gauge cluster behind the steering wheel you love so much. Thoughts there? It's customizable, but I know you don't play around with.
I haven't played around with it. However, it's customized right now. It's too much.
Okay.
It confuses me. So.
I'm sure I could probably help you out with
that. But I
that.
don't even have to look at it with my head-up display, so.
Very interesting center console here. You alluded to storage just a moment ago. Do you want to talk storage?
What storage?
Well, I mean, there's this that you have your little wallet in.
You get this teeny tiny little, what's that for?
Coins?
No, coin. Coin.
Coin? maybe a couple pins?
Couple of pins. Do have some storage underneath here, but this guy does not come up.
No.
So it's not really the easiest to access. And the fact that there's not a lot of storage in the handle means that all your crap is going to be hanging out there for all to see.
Fully exposed crap.
Fully exposed crap.
We know how you dislike fully exposed crap.
I don't, but this, it
Pardon
does.
our language.
Yeah. Watch your language. This is a family channel.
Yeah.
But this does have a pad down here in the bottom of it. So when your crap's rolling around, it won't make noise. It'll be silent crap.
Lots of storage in the doors, though. Quite large door pockets.
Yeah, large door pockets.
And then my phone is being held in the Qi wireless charger.
That's interesting.
So it's not going to go
flying. Seems a little
out.
unnecessary. Well, I guess if you stop very quickly, it won't hit you in the face.
And then the glove box is very weird. Like, everything is way back here, but I don't know. Not the best.
I don't know.
Moving further back, we'll talk rear seat space for adults, putting in Tucker's child safety seat, and storage in the way back. Before I bring Tucker's child safety seat in, I want to show you what it's like for adults back here in the back of the X2. Plenty good step in height, plenty of good room sitting behind myself at 5'10". Nice comfort here, very accentuated door handles, though they're plasticky and kind of creaky. Not exactly what you want in a luxury vehicle, but otherwise the materials back here are the same that you'll see up front. The design back here is the same as what you'll see up front. And we do get some nice touches like air vents on the back of the center console, though there are no air vents up here, and 2 USB-C ports on the back of the center console as well. We do have a fold-down center armrest that goes a little bit farther than it needs to, and a 40-20-40 split bench second row seat, so if you needed some long items to go through, you absolutely could. The center headrest reclines backwards, which you absolutely need for rearward visibility because it's severely lacking in here. As far as, oh my goodness, as far as headroom in here, it's decent. It's a typical compact luxury crossover. But that's enough about this. Let's actually bring Tucker's child safety seat in and see what it's like both forward and rearward facing. I will note we do have lower latch points here that are covered with hard plastic covers that just kind of lift up and out of the way, which is a nice touch when it comes to longevity of a vehicle. But we'll bring his Graco Extend-A-Fit child safety seat in, and this is the same child safety seat that he rode in when he was rearward facing, and yeah, it's gonna be a tight fit. Go ahead and adjust the front seat to make room for that child seat back there. There we go. And yeah, it fits pretty snugly, but what does this do to front seat legroom? So yeah, that makes it tight up front, but it is not unbearable. It's about what you expect in this class, but we'll go ahead, turn this around, and we will drop the top tether back behind the headrest here. There is a hard tonneau cover back in the back, but we'll worry about that here in just a moment. And then with those covers exposing the latches, it is very easy to get in here and snug this seat down very nicely, very snugly. And with a little strap right here, I can really tighten the seat down because these are reclining seats back here in the back. That's for that. It doesn't slide forward that I can see. So we're gonna go ahead and go back to the back and tighten that top tether down. As we come to the back of the BMW X2, I did want to show you the key. It is the M branded key. You can see the M colors on it, but we've got everything on here. We've got remote start, we've got lock, unlock, your hatch release, and a panic button all built into it, but it is a proximity key, so you can get into it with it just being in your pocket. The rear latch is very cleverly hidden, like some VW products. You just push up on the BMW logo and voila, it opens. It is a sports activity coupe, so we've got that kind of raking roofline back here, but you can see it does open up nice and wide. We'll come back here and we will tighten up Tucker's top tether, and I will snug this down with two hands when I get to it, but it is a little bit of a reach. I give it a solid B+ for the category. Can see we do have top tethers all the way across that 40-20-40 split bench seat, although there are no ways to fold down that split bench rear seat from back here, so you have to go to the side of the vehicle, to the back seat of the vehicle to actually fold that down and add extra cargo space. Can see we've got decent cargo space in here as it is. We've got a little hidden storage right over there behind a net, and then we've got a temporary spare with some additional storage underneath here, so you do have a little bit of extra room here. You can see this is felt lined, so you aren't going to have a bunch of road noise coming up through this part of the vehicle either. I really like how this hinge helps keep that in place, and all around very quality items back here. And then, as I said, you can see just how wide this opens. I was actually surprised that this almost touched the top of my garage door when it was open, and we have a 1963 built home. But yeah, it opens up very nice and wide, and it gives you a very big opening, even if the cargo space isn't the most generous thanks to the sloping coupe-like rear roofline. Then you can simply push that button and bring it all back down. All right, Tucker, what do you think? Do you have a lot of room back there? Are you comfortable?
I'm comfortable.
Fold down armrest back there. We've got nice glass roof, so there's a lot of light in here, but no ceiling mounted air vents, no sunshades on the back window. So being their entry-level luxury crossover, it's missing some things that perhaps we would want if we were buying.
Depends on the price, which I don't know yet, so.
This is true. All right, let's talk driving experiences, starting with turning it on. How long did it take you to figure out?
Oh, not very long.
Okay.
Because it is shiny right here.
Yes, it's the one shiny button down here.
And you know, it is very different because then you have the little toggle for to put it into gear.
Yeah.
It is different, and I'm sure it's probably a man thing to hate it. But I like it. I kind of like it. It's interesting.
Okay.
It's different.
We'll get into its ride and handling here because we are turning on the historic brick streets of downtown Tyler, Texas, that I hope are not flooded. The last vehicle we tried to take down there had to turn around, don't drown, but all is clear and dry right now. So as we get onto the brick streets, Tucker, how is your wobbly head back there?
As you can notice, it just go up and down, and it stays in your head. It stays in the same place unless it's in the middle.
Oh, so not too wobbly?
Actually, yes, it will actually wobble a little bit when you put it in the middle of your seat.
Okay. Holly, how's yours?
It's a little wobblier than I hoped it would be.
Yeah, and of course while Tucker was talking, we went over the biggest bump.
And you could hear it.
Yeah, you could hear it. I didn't really feel it, but it was
Didn't really feel it.
definitely audible in here.
It's kind of a sharp bump,
Yeah.
that one. The bigger bumps I feel like were wobblier.
Yeah, and then, sporty suspension, but save that for my review. Fully accessing its ultimate driving machine characteristics. But what have been your thoughts driving it around?
I don't love it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Elaborate, please.
A lot happened just then.
Yeah, elaborate, please.
Well, I will say that the majority of my usage has been popping around town.
Okay.
Just driving a couple miles, stop, driving a couple miles, stop. And I don't think that's what this car is for. I think it's for long range because, like, once I get up and going, it's a lot easier of a driving experience. But I feel like accelerating it would take me a while to get used to it because it takes you a minute to, like, get going, I feel like.
Interesting. Okay.
So, like, if I put my foot on the gas pedal, right away you, like, jump off.
Well, I did just put you in sport.
No, but even before sport, that's how it is. It's just like, it's like very jerky.
Okay.
So then I feel like I have to ease into it, and then I'm like chugga a lot. So I don't like it for that. Once I'm going, I like it a lot better.
Okay.
But that's a little annoying.
How's the steering feel? Is it heavy? Is it tight? Like, does it feel too loose? Like if you touch the steering wheel, you're gonna go flying over here?
No.
Okay. So good steering.
Good steering.
This one, I already know your answer. Visibility.
Terrible.
This car was made for a rear camera mirror, and it don't have one.
You don't have one.
It desperately needs one.
It does, because you can't hardly see anything. I'm looking at the road back there.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
Not great. I would only be able to see a car if it was right behind me.
Yeah, and the windows are kind of high. It kind of feels more like we're in a coupe than an SUV coupe.
Mm-hmm.
And
there's big pillars on back of the both sides, so it's hard to, like, even see. You have a very big blind spot.
Very big. Very
out that way. So you have a teeny tiny rear view window. Is that
rear
what you
window.
call it? Rear window. And then a huge blind spot. So even if you turn your head to look behind you, blind spot.
But this does have good 360 cameras for when you're backing out of parking spots. It will actually back out of the parking spot for you as long as you modulate the speed of the vehicle, but it'll draw the path on the screen and do all that fun stuff for you. So there's some tech baked into it that I feel is more gimmicky.
When we used the backup thing that backed up, it backed way up.
It did. It really did. It went all the way back.
That was really weird.
So
not sure, huh?
I'm gonna go ahead.
I feel like the back seat is small.
It is. It kind of is.
I have to do the window sticker.
Okay.
Yes, Tucker's going to do the window sticker. Also, we haven't talked fuel economy.
I know. Well, that's what I was getting this out. So.
Okay. He'll give it to you in just a second for the price.
So we do have a 2-liter 4-cylinder under the hood. It is all-wheel drive. It gets 24 city, 33 highway, 28 combined. And as you said, we've mostly done driving around in the city here. Here's the number, Tucker. You see that dark black number where my thumb is?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not getting great mileage since we had it, but we are on a longer trip, so I'll put final results from that on the screen for you. But
Will you put a window sticker?
It is kind of sporty. Holly, would you like to guess the price?
I'm gonna guess it's BMW luxury, but the starter luxury. 56.
No.
Pretty close.
Oh, it's pretty close. Okay, what is it?
You give up already?
Oh, you want me to do another one?
Yeah.
Okay. 58.
Wrong direction.
Oh, wrong direction. What did I guess before?
56.
56. 54.
Closer.
52.
22, 745.
Sold.
52, 745.
Good job,
That's a
buddy.
5 and a 2, buddy.
52.
52,000.
Okay.
Knowing that, also knowing what you've already told me, are we a BMW family?
I think
I think we need to experience more of the brand.
I mean, I like BMWs. My friend, several years ago, she had a BMW, and I just loved that thing so much. And I wanted one. She was a BMW girl. I think it was the fat steering wheel. I liked the fat steering wheel. Anywho, I like BMWs. I don't know that this is the BMW that we would get if we were going to get a BMW.
Well, there you have it. If you want to see more from Holly, from Tucker, some behind the scenes stuff, find her on Facebook and Instagram at Female Consumer. You can find all things GT Garage Talk at GT Garage Talk, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, you name it, all at GT Garage Talk, or you can go to gtgaragetalk.com. But as for us, we are on the way to your parents' house to see the in-laws, the grandparents, however you want to label them, in our BMW. And as I said, we will put final fuel economy numbers on the screen. Until next time, gearheads.
Bye.
At one point, this screen, the home screen, was in Celsius. So,
Oh, well, that's a customization thing.
I have not found the engine start-stop defeat.
Me neither.
I don't know where it is.
And it is annoying.
It is quite annoying.
And also, I read that as my notes. I didn't talk about the seats.
All right.
I don't like them. I don't like the seats.
You don't? I like the seats. They're like...
Okay, well, this is the part I don't like. Is I feel like it's too narrow. I am sitting on
the bolsters.
On the bolsters.
Interesting.
I mean, I do have a wide booty, but I mean, I normally don't have that problem. And I'm sitting on the bolsters. I don't like feeling like, it kind of feels like, okay, the seats are soft.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I was thinking. It feels like an airplane seat or a roller coaster seat, because we're just doing roller coasters, where you don't quite fit in it.
Okay.
And I don't like that.
Interesting. Is this a ride you want to get off?
the ride I wanted. I mean, the seats are comfortable. I just don't quite fit in them.
Unfortunately, they are heated, not ventilated, which does not do a lot for us here in
I have a smallish stature. If you're like a big guy, would say like and subscribe.
Okay, girl.
Oh, I did it too.
I did too.
I stole that from John.
John Goad. Also, the speed limit sign on the head-up display is always wrong.
Yes.
Right now, it just says limit.
Yep.
Do I just sticker back?
Yep. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, it's said like 25 a lot. At one point...
It was blinking 25 at me, and now it just says limit.